Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally filming with the Alter Ego Luster palette. They were so kind and they sent this over to me. So if you want to see how I created this eye look, hear my first impression thoughts, and see some comparison swatches, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on my channel. So if you like first impressions, seeing new products, hearing my thoughts on new makeup releases, then this is a place for you. I'm currently posting every day-ish on YouTube. You know, some days are better than others. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Turn on that post notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. I would hate for you to miss it. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. So I saw this palette being teased on Alter Ego's Instagram page. And honestly, I feel kind of silly, but when I saw the inside of this palette, I was like, what palette is that? Like, I really couldn't place it. And then I saw, I think Jen Phelps on her Facebook page had said it's supposed to be a dupe for the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 1 palette, which after I heard that, I was like, oh, I'm not surprised, because Divine Rose 1 is probably my least favorite Pat McGrath palette, only because it is a very like basic color story. But I think that's what makes this a lot of people's favorite Pat McGrath palette. I mean, it really just depends on your taste. So I do have some swatches and some comparisons with the Luster palette, so let's go ahead and check that out. Introducing Luster Charm, an eyeshadow collection inspired by the intricate colors and tones of beautiful gemstones. The prestige color range includes 4 creamy baked shades and 6 velvety pressed powders that blend effortlessly in matte, metallic, satin, and duochrome finishes. Bake shadows: Crystal, a pearl white; Sacred, a metallic sandy dune; Radiant, shimmering rose duochrome; Spell, sparkle sandy gold. Pressed powders: Spectral, a creamy yellow blend with white shimmer; Opaque, ruby wine sparkle; Infinite, sparkling earth brown; Magnific, metallic brown with flecks of silver; Mystic, a matte cherry blossom; and Rare, a matte cinnamon brown. This palette retails for $22, and you can use my code Karen10 to save 10% off Alter Ego. So now that you've seen the swatches and the comparison to the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 1, let's go ahead and see how I created this makeup look. Okay, so we're gonna film the demo portion of this video. I'm so excited. I'm gonna grab a Sigma blending brush. This is the Tapered Blending E40, and there's 2 matte shades in this palette, and then the rest are like shimmers, metallics, satin type shades. So gonna use the 2 mattes. I'm gonna go into Mystic, and I'm just gonna coat this brush. I prepped my eyeballs with the new Juvia's Place eye primer. I've worn it once already, and it actually did really well on my lids, so I'm very excited to continue using that. This Mystic shade is a very light mauve matte shade, and I'm just liberally putting that all over the crease. Okay, so I'm going to use this Sigma Blending E25 brush. It's like a tapered blender. And I'm going to go into the shade Rare, which is the dark brown matte shade in this palette. I'm going to coat the brush and apply that on the outer corner, because you guys know I love to have some depth in my crease and outer corner area when possible. I just clean this brush with the Beauty Blender brush cleaner, even though I thought I got all the brush cleaner out of it. I think there's a little bit on the bristles. And I'm taking my blending brush and just blending the outer corner and the inner corner just so it can go together. Next, I'm going to use my finger and go into the shade called Radiant, which is like a really pretty duochrome pink to like brass color. And I just wanted to see if that would pick up on my finger. Now I'm just going to use a flat brush and see if it picks up on a brush as well. So I'm going to coat the brush. This shade is way prettier in the Pat McGrath palette, which, I mean, I don't doubt it's Pat McGrath. But this is a cute shade. And then I'm just going to stick to the same flat brush and go into the shade Sacred. I just want to see what kind of shade that is. It is flaky, like the Pat McGrath one. The Pat McGrath shade is very flaky. It's like a glitter topper almost, so I'm just going to top that on top of Radiant. I'm going to do foundation and stuff off camera, and I will be right back to show you guys the final look. Okay guys, so here is the final look. I think this palette is so much fun. I wasn't expecting too much excitement with it. Of course, like I said, it is a pretty neutral palette. The only thing I will say is that you probably wouldn't want to get this palette if you don't like metallics, because a majority of the shades are metallics and there's only 2 mattes. But I think this is a great dupe. I think they did a really good job. Some of the Pat McGrath shades do have a little bit extra punch, a little bit extra shimmer. But of course, for that price point, you're paying for that luxury price point. So those are kind of my first impression thoughts. Overall, though, I didn't have any trouble with the formulas or anything like that. Everything blended and glided great. So I'm very happy with that. I do have my Alter Ego palette collection with me, so let's compare a few of the palettes. I want to show you guys side-by-side comparisons is the Daydream palette. This is a dupe to a famous palette from Huda Beauty, and I honestly thought these two would be very similar, so I'm like, would you really need this new one if you have this one? Yeah, I mean, the shades are very similar, but I think if you like neutrals, you might want both of these. I have the Sahara palette. And then we have the Aurora palette. I have the Canyon palette. This is my favorite neutral palette from Alter Ego. I just filmed a video showing the Canyon palette for you guys. Highly recommend if you're picking anything up from Alter Ego to grab the Canyon palette. I have the Goddess palette. This is the first one they ever sent me. And then one of their other recent launches, kind of recent, probably their biggest palette. This is the Artemis palette. So this one's definitely very different from the Luster palette. So I just wanted to show you guys little side-by-sides in case you guys have some of these existing Alter Ego palettes and you're wondering, should I get this new Luster one? I think if you have the Daydream, you probably don't need it. I mean, I love eyeshadow palettes, so I'm sure if you were watching this, you were trying to decide if you should pick this up. As far as the quality, like I said, I think they did a really good job on the quality. On the back here, it says that they're 12-month shelf life, it's cruelty-free, and this is made in the PRC, which is standard for Alter Ego. All of their products, I believe, are made in the PRC. So that is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comment section. You guys know I love chatting to you there, and I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Bye guys!